if you're trying to decide between a Bugaboo Kangaroo and an UPPAbaby Vista, well, this is the video to watch, because in this video I'm going to be comparing these two single to double strollers. Note, I'm going to be using an UPPAbaby Vista V2 for this review, but the UPPAbaby Vista V3 will be coming out. I'll put a link to my review of the V3 in the description below. I'll also put a link below to a review of my Bugaboo Kangaroo full review, so you can see the full review. But in the meantime, here is a comparison of the Kangaroo and the Vista. So this is the Kangaroo, and this is the Vista V2, and they are both single strollers. Again, if I were you, or I don't know where you're at in your life and in your journey, but if you are first time expecting family, then these are great first strollers to get, and they're also good as your family grows and expands. But let's talk about these as in the single or mono position. Side by side, they are kind of similar-ish. So you adjust the handlebar in a very similar way, up and down. If you are tall, the Kangaroo is slightly higher than the Vista. So I will just measure to the top from the floor to the handlebar. This is like 42 inches high-ish, 41 inches high-ish. And this is, listen, try again. This is 42 inches high, and this is 43 inches high. So it's about an inch higher on the Kangaroo than on the Vista. But like basic things as well. To turn the seat around, there are memory buttons on the Kangaroo. Push, push, memory, memory, so you don't have to like keep them depressed. And you lift and you turn around, and so that your baby can face you. In terms of the Vista, not a big deal. You push in these two buttons, you lift, and you turn it around. The seat is about the same height with the Kangaroo or with the Vista, but you can add upper adapters to the Vista to make the seat a little bit higher, and that's also going to be involved in turning this into a double stroller. So there's this little periwinkle dot. You line up the dots, periwinkle to periwinkle, orange to orange, and then you click in your Vista seat, and then you're going to add a rumble seat, a second seat. They just upgraded the rumble seat for 2024 to hold up to 50 pounds. You'll see the rumble seat adapters attached right here. They're quite big. You'll see the adapters for the Kangaroo here. They're a little bit smaller. These are a little bit easier to get on and off. These are, I think they're actually very well designed, but they're a process to get on and off. And then you click on the rumble seat for the Vista. There's a pivoting foot on the rumble seat for the Vista, and this is the second seat. So again, very similar between these two strollers. The main seat and the second seat are not identical. They both hold up to 40 pounds. So then you can just click on your Kangaroo. And then in terms of the length of these strollers, I'm just put them side by side. Let's compare how long they are, because how long they are is really going to determine kind of like how the steering will go. And I'm just going to come around. So you can see the back wheels are lined up, and then they really are I mean, almost exactly the same length, like almost exactly the same length. I mean, without yeah, almost exactly the same length. So in terms of like steering, they're gonna steer very similarly. In terms of the width of the seat, I think people have been wondering how big the seat is. This is a 12-inch seat. This is also a 12-inch seat. So I mean, they really, in terms of the stats of these two seats, of these two strollers, very similar. The height of this is 17 inches, and the height of the Kangaroo seat is, of the second seat of the Kangaroo seat is like around 17 inches. Wow, the stats are like so similar between the Kangaroo and the Vista. But then again, pushing it around, you'll see that the Vista seat is a little bit higher than the Kangaroo seat, just as a fun fact. You can also add car seat adapters to both of these products to put car seats with the strollers. Now, if you have an UPPAbaby infant car seat, like an Aria a Mesa Max or a Mesa V2, that only works with an UPPAbaby. You can't use a Mesa with pretty much anything else other than an UPPAbaby, but they both work with like a UPPA. There are various types of Bugaboo infant car seats sometimes. Obviously those work, but check the links below to which car seats will work with the various different types of strollers. Now let's talk about the bassinets. Okay, so for the Vista, the Vista has a bassinet that comes included that is a fully separate piece of a fully separate product. When you're in the single position, the bassinet goes on top, but when you're in the double position, the bassinet goes on the bottom. So you remove the rumble seat, and then you take your bassinet and you click it on to the adapters, and now you can have your baby on the bottom and your toddler on the top. Again, you have these upper adapters that creates distance between the two products. Now it's really nice because they used to have like tons of different types of lower adapters for the various different types of things you want to put on the bottom. But the nice thing is, if you get the 2024 rumble seat, the adapters, the lower adapters that come included, work with the bassinet in addition to working with the rumble seat, so you don't have to buy a whole other separate product. Again, you do have to buy the additional upper adapters when you do get a Vista, whereas this just kind of like works right out of the box. Let me get this rumble seat out of the way. Now, in terms of the bassinet for the Kangaroo, so the way this works, and this is how this works with most Bugaboo strollers, is that in the box, you're gonna get one frame. You can see this Bugaboo like Kangaroo seat has one frame, and in the box there's going to be a whole other fabric set, and you're going to be able to change out this toddler seat and basically turn this into a bassinet, if you can visualize it. And you get an adapter that looks like this, and what you do is you will pop on the adapter right here onto the Kangaroo, and then you will switch over the toddler seat into the bassinet seat, and you'll click your bassinet on top. So you'll have the bassinet facing you when your baby is first born, when you have two different kids, and also, and then you can switch that and have the toddler seat down the line. Note, you can't put the toddler seat on the bassinet adapter. If you want to see the full configuration of the Kangaroo, definitely check my full review of the Kangaroo in the link below. So when you convert the Kangaroo from a single to a double, what you're going to do is you're just going to unclick here, lift, turn this around, click this in, and now you're in the double mode. So double mode closer to the parent, single mode a little further away from the parent. If you have twin toddlers, you can put twin toddlers in here, twin toddlers in here, 50-pound, 40-pound weight limits. But from newborn, the Vista has the ability to take twins. The Kangaroo doesn't have the ability to take twins. In terms of folding down the strollers, let me show you how to fold them. Though there are ways to fold these down with the seats attached. I think it's just easier just to remove it. It takes like literally 1 second. Remove. Click, click, remove. Now, to fold down your Kangaroo, what you do is you push and push, and that folds right down, just like that. And then in terms of your Vista, what you'll do is you'll take the seat, turn it around so it's facing out, click, click, and then what you're going to do is there are these two triggers on the side. You'll have it totally up, squeeze, and folds down, and also like stands on its own. And then you just like pop these into the trunk of your car. To unfold it, there's a little latch on the side. You just unlatch it, spring-loaded latch, pop it open, and then in terms of your Kangaroo, you just easily just like flick it open and you are good to go. They both have various different types of peekaboo windows. Open up the peekaboo window on the Kangaroo. What I love this on the Bugaboo stuff, is when you open up the canopy all the way, they have your Bugaboo logo on the front, so it just looks really, really nice. I love when they do that. And then in terms of the Vista, you just flip this over, and there's some air ventilation on there as well. And also there is an extendable canopy on both. Unzip, extra sun protection on both. Extra peekaboo window, I meant to say. And then you unzip here. Love this little rose gold zipper, that's so sweet. Flip that open, and now you have extra sun protection on your Kangaroo. Like I said, I do full reviews of both the Vista, the many reviews on the Vista. Kangaroo is very new, so I have only done a couple of reviews of the Kangaroo, but I'm going to be doing more reviews and roundups, etc. So if you're researching baby gear, you've come to the right place. Drop a comment below, let me answer your questions. And if you want to see more videos like these, please subscribe to Magic Beans videos today. I'll see you at another video.